direct lift control, flaps. Best not balls it up, eh?
All right, make sure that I've got.
Are you watching, Knight?
No, I'm just doing my morning broadcast.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump off for about an hour. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, this is Black Knight. Hopefully the game is being picked up. All right. So this is Black Knight. I'm hoping that it picks up. I'm in a Blenny right now, but I'm going to do a check in the stream, make sure everything's good. All right. In this live broadcast, I'm going to do a fighter scenario, so that you guys can see what I'm trying to work on. So, other than that, let me just get started. I'm trying to find a link to share with the live broadcast. Broadcast this on Facebook. I just got to get the right account up and running. So anyways, call signs Black Knight. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just doing a live broadcast. Anybody that wants to join to see what's going on. Trying to get logged back in here so I can make a post. For some reason, I'm not even able to. So let me try this again. All right, that's good. All right, we're in now. All right. All right, so I'm going to post this. All right, let me see. I'll see if I can post this on Team Fusion. Let's see if I can get a post in there. So not even allowed to post on their page feed. Let me see if I can find the other community that I'm a part of. I've been a part of a community, Dover community. I'll just post in there. All right, so in this live stream, hopefully you guys um, okay. All right, so I put a post up. Let me go back to the game. Let me minimize the broadcast software. All right, so what you do is you find an airbase. I've got Canterbury, Gravesend, Reading, but you want to find an airbase that has an air spawn. So I've already got a 5B late. I think I got the load out to 60% fuel. Again, this is just a fighter sweep. So I want to take 3 in flight 1, 3 in flight 2, and then I'm going to hit create. As I said, once you get into the aircraft, none of the AI is flying with you. They're all separated. So all you got to do is go outside and then go back inside. Then all of those subordinate aircrafts will be flying right with you. So let me get this. Right now I hear everybody flying with me. Make sure that I come in. It was a VIC-3. Make sure my spacing. Again, you can use the formation and spacing. You have control over all of that stuff in the menu. Now, I did try to go to maintain radio silence. I turned that off. I then went to air targets and I turned report air contacts on. So all of the information is in. Got my 2 wingmen. I got my second group of 3 over there. So I turned off radio silence and I turned on report contacts. So I'm not sure all of which or if that even is functioning in multiple player. But the goal, my whole goal has been, can I get these groups to engage? Like, the problem that I see, the main problem is that when it sets a waypoint from the air start that you take off from, it doesn't put the third point. So you got 1, 2. The third point should be landing at Canterbury, period. So it should be an automatic when you do something like this. That third should be landing. But again, that's something that I need to talk to the powers that be in the coders, well, the main coders, to make sure that's operational for multiple player, that if you create an air spawn squadron, whether it be fighters, bombers, that the air base that they spawn at, that third point that pops in on the map is a landing. That can now I've tried the fighters. It didn't work. What I need is somebody to come over from the German side and launch an air spawn of a group of 5 Heinkels. I think I'll test that with Anonymous if you ever get done. I'll come over and hind. So air target, my target by viewport. How about my target? Attack my target. Or attack fighters. That should be. It should say attack fighters, not just fighters. So that you know you're sending them into an attack, and it's written in the code that they're going into attack. I'm going to try the all key. But again, if you go back to tab 1 menu, as I said, you've got wingman 1 and 2. Well, that's my 1 and 2 right there. Then you have 5 element, which gives you wing 1. So if that's not sure, I'm wondering why we're doing wing 1. Not sure in the element, would that be our element? Okay, then let's go back to recipient again. Let's do flight. So when I hit flight, I should be able to select flight 1, mine, or flight 2, the second flight. So I can command the second flight to engage the bombers. And then you have whole group. So what I'm going to try now is 5, or I'm sorry, tab 1. I'm going to do all group, but I'm going to then send them after I select group. I'm going to send them after all the targets. So I'm going to say number 2, attack all, which should be free hunt. So in the code, that should say free hunt. And we know that free hunt somewhat doesn't work, but maybe in here it will. But when I hit the fighters, I didn't get anything. Good coffee boost this morning. Close to the coast, looking for bad guys. Make sure we don't get drumped by some patrol. If I just select it now, I should be getting some bad guys popping off the coast here. There they are. Again, goal is to get these guys to throttle up and get some speed. Attention, attack enemy fighters, spread out. So I'm watching my guys peel off, and I'm hoping they don't fly away. I do not have anybody with me. See, now I'm still not. See, now I'm still not seeing my guys. I got one with me. Maybe if I do recipient wingman 2 and I 5-3. See, no engagement. See, and what I'm thinking is that if I hit attack fighters, I have to get some kind of possible waypoint on the map. See, and I've done need assistance. Tension of the bad. And they're not even drawing the attention of the bad guys. Ah, come on, Knight. trimmed him. Didn't take a wing off, though. Like there needs to be in the help me menu. Down to 303s. See, get my wingman to engage. I'm trying just about everything to get my wingman to engage. Again, that's the dilemma. That I've been struggling with. Is trying to get the AI to be functioning. Heck, I'd even like it if they just went after him, then at least I'd be able to shoot him down. All right, I think I got an opportunity to break off. Unless that's a bad guy. No, I think that's my guy. Head back to the airfield and land. I'm thinking that if you fly to waypoint 2, I'm thinking that if you fly to waypoint 2, but if they see the target, then they should be engaging the target. Like, none of these guys were in the fight with me. It's like they flew back home, and now they're rejoining me. A shorter trip to Manston. I'll land at Manston. Anyways, Call Signs Black Knight. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Just working on squadron operations and trying to get the main menu to work in the main menu to work Now it's getting them to go home. So I'm going to fly back to Canterbury and see if I can't put them on the ground. See, since there's no plotted point to a base, whether it be takeoff or landing, I don't think you can send them to return to base because there's no base starting point. But then that's why that number 3 point I think if you could set your flight path prior to takeoff, and then you take your squadron out, but it shouldn't. It should auto. The command should work. That's the thing I've been trying and fix. Like if I go into the menu and I hit recipient and I check and I choose the whole group, I should be able to go to 5 and have them attack particular targets. That should be a given. $20 gallons is a lot of fuel. I'm going to take 50% next time. monkeys to fly better than that. Anyways, that's a hop. And a fighter sweep here at Warbirds of Prey. If you notice, my guys will not land. And that, if we have in the code the ability to do that air spawn group in this number 3 waypoint, that number 3 waypoint where we take off from, automatically gets put on the nearest air base. So if I've got to put the waypoint over the runway in the spawn point, then I will. So as long as that number 3 comes out, instead of it being a normal fly waypoint, it comes out as a landing waypoint. And I think that my guys that are flying around will land. See, they're gonna fly around until they run out of fuel and then hit the ground. That's the struggle. All right, it's 7:30. Got one more hop. I also need for the server somebody to build some German bomber missions that the Germans can launch. I don't have anything over there. I have nothing but Allied. Well, let's see what we could do with another group. It doesn't seem like it wants to work. It's almost like they're flying to the next waypoint. It's like they leave the fight. So I'm not sure how I could get that to work. I'll do one bomber operation so you show you what I'm working on over here at Warbirds of Prey. I'll go to Reading. Actually, White Waltham, I'll spawn in a bomber. Okay, and then I'll launch a mission and fly with them. So we'll go bomb with them. I have about an hour airfields with Sant. Okay, now I'm going to jump out of craft. Now I'm going to get my own group here at Reading at the air spawn. So I want to take 5. Line abreast is fine. Fly. So when... Oh. I need to create. All right. Go out. Come back in. That means I have command of the entire group. So the nice thing about being in command of the entire group, I can change the formation and I can change the spacing. Now, I could have followed that group. I could have boxed them in. You could have taken off with that group that spawned in. You can jump in a bombardier seat with that group. Again, if you take over the flight as a pilot, a little bit harder to control. Now that guy I spawned in will take off, turn around, and land. The wing up with this group here that's flying on a mission. So I spawned in an airfield raid at Wasant. So I'll follow Tail and Charlie here into the group. As they form up in their Vic. I'm pretty good at the right RPMs where I want to be. Full throttle, supercharger stage 2 on. So there's quite a few options. I have to redo the strategy deal to remove the information and create more of a fog of war. Get this bomber trimmed out and get ready for the coffee hop long haul and a bomber. I should have enough time in this broadcast to do the top, but